What's up, Rock Camp drummers? Woo! This is week 6. This is our final week, and I'm super proud of you all for sticking with it and keeping your drum chops up and learning something extremely hard and new. So give yourselves a round of applause. Come on, woo! And so this week's lesson was about how to stay excited about drumming. I've been playing the drums since I was 9. So for me to stay excited through all those years, it was whatever I'm listening to, whatever like new song I love that I hear on the radio, I went and learned it, or I went and played to it, right? Not necessarily like played it note for note, but I'm like, hey, I dig this jam. So that's something to think about. When you're hanging out and you hear a song and you really like it and you're like, ooh, I can feel that. Remember what it is. Make a note in your phone or something and be like, drum to this song later. Um, and a lot of times, I just started with headphones on, put a pair of headphones into my cell phone. But now I play through a big speaker, so everyone in the house, since everyone is home, they can actually hear the music and not just hear loud drums at all times. So, if you're feeling like concerned about practicing in front of people or practicing in front of your roommates or your family, put music on. Let them all hear it too. So just stay excited about it. Drums are really cool. You notice that there's a lot you can do with a very little. So many songs are just the rock beat. So many songs are the rock camp beat that we already know. And it's just different versions of it, different speeds, different tempos, different feels. And so you already have like the basic tools. I have a drum playlist that I have on my phone, and like 90% of the songs are the classic rock beat. It's just a different way to play it. So I wanted to open it up if anyone watched the lesson and to see if you had any questions about it. And if not, we can just jump right into those beats again. But did anyone have questions, or how'd the lesson go?
It was awesome. I say let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's drum.
All right. So we started with the Aretha Franklin last time because that one was the rock beat. So let's do that to warm up. And this is Save Me. Tell me if it needs to come up or down. Save me, is that loud enough? Good? Okay. Count it out. Save me, save me. Promise myself that the best romance. I won't give you a second chance. Save me, it's your fact. A little close, I'll get to you, baby. Your eyes don't have to lie. We're going to stay here, but I want you to try putting your kick not on the, so you go 1, 2, 3, 4. I want you to try doing the kick 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1. So just putting it on the and beat. A lot of times what that does is just change the groove and change the feel. And the other thing I want you to do, because you look comfortable, y'all look great playing this beat. So now start doing some, or just start figuring out what feel the best for you. All right, we're going to go back a little bit. and have fun. So was that more fun, more interesting, like trying to put the kick in a different place? Was it difficult? Was it natural? A little bit of everything? Cool. We all look really awesome on your rock beat. Loving it. Let me pull up. Should we do a train beat? Are we ready to try the train beat right now? Yeah, thumbs up. Okay. So again, the train beat. It's faster. It's driving. If you can't do the entire beat, I want you to just start with your kick pedal. All right. So it would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So try just doing that. Just try it right now with no music. Just go 1, 2, 3, 4, and we could slow it down too. You can do it slower, and then build up your speed. You know, and you just do it till you build your speed. And this one has those cool. You see how you do? So you'll do hit, ba 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 ba, right into the beat. Oh, wrong song. Hold on. Things are getting better, but right now it's not looking great. My ceiling's still spinning, but I'm not doing too late. I used to sleep this up and let this pain just melt away. Now the time ain't beating home, it's going out my day. Not that I don't love you, I wouldn't touch the hands of time. Not that I don't love the feeling trying to hand in mine. I'm not a perfect woman, Lord, I don't wish it all away. I know you can't be all of the day. Yeah, I do listen to the voice inside my head. I feel out of the driveway, left my family in bed. I know it wouldn't be easier if you don't stay home. I lose myself inside the arms so satisfied and alone. Sometimes all I want is to run back to you tonight. Rock you to sleep and keep the blues out of my life. I'm not the kind of woman that would throw it all away. My name can't be all of the day. I thought my mother crazy like you was traveling the world, feeling innocent. All right, I want to ask y'all. So, how does that feel, Shell? How's that beat feel for you?
There were moments where I had it and then I'd lose it again, and then where I had it again and then I'd lose it. And then Shelby just came and stuck her head in my bass drum, so I was trying to get her away.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
I was like, get out of here, go.
But what's cool is like when you feel like you don't have it anymore, does it feel easy to get back?
Yeah, I just had to stop and slow down and be like, okay, just what? This one, yeah.
Well, you're looking good. You look like you're killing it. So, and then when you get more comfortable with doing it this way, try bringing this right hand over, because this is what the true train beat is, right? Where you start here. And I think it's 1 Eana, 2 Eana, 3. I've never count this beat out until rock camp, and I'm like, oh yeah, cool. So, but yeah, that's just kind of making your accents, your and accents is actually being made with your right hand that time. And the left one is kind of just bouncing. You don't hit very hard. It's more of like it just keeps that sound going, like. And anyone notice what I'm doing with my left foot while I'm doing that? Yeah, Hillary's showing us. So I'm keeping time by lifting up my toes. So tapping my toes. And that is what helps me keep the beat going too. So it's 1, 2. And sometimes for me, I like doing the train beat on somewhat of a faster song. So I'm going to pull up another one of the High Women songs. It's just a teeny bit faster, and I want y'all to try playing to it. Let me just find it. I should have pulled it over. The Highwaymen, where are you? Come on. Sorry about that, y'all. And you can't call me mama. So listen to this one. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Get yourself in another one of your minds. One for help, young someone, great for a sign. Now 911, my road's not there. I've been running, I don't care, just don't call me. But they still, if they all fall apart. Even on the shoulder, just get out and take a walk. Choose what you be, take a lot from you. The hell, maybe not just don't call me. Don't call me. It's another emergency. Didn't you say after me when you chose to open me? Don't call me. So the train beat, super fun, and used in a lot of music, used in jazz, used in obviously country and folk. And what's something fun to try? I want y'all to just try this. So play a beat for a little bit. I want you to try a stop for 3. It'd be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So 4 and 1. You don't necessarily have to do the hit into it, but what I want you to practice is playing it. We'll play it maybe 8 or like 2 measures through, stop for a measure, come back. So I'll show you what I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just try that. And I'm going to stop playing so you can just hear it and try it on your own real quick. So just try doing the train beat, do a stop, and then come back in. Give it a shot. Nice. Awesome. So a good way to know when to come back in on your stop is maybe everybody in the band stops, right? Who's going to keep time? You are. If everybody stops, you are the one that keeps time on when to come back in. What I'll do is I'll nod my head or I'll move my shoulder or something. Something in my body is going to keep time while I'm not playing, right? And even when if I do a stop and the guitar player is doing a solo in between, I'm going to go off the guitar player's timing, but I also still am going to keep the time since I'm the drummer, right? How does that feel? Train beats. How do y'all feel? Anyone want to share feelings about it? Feelings.
It's a little difficult for me to like coordinate it still. Like I just get tripped up. I think it's just like when I learned the rock beat and everything else, those first few times were just a train wreck.
Yeah, right?
But the train beat is naturally a train wreck for me.
Yeah, it was a train wreck for me. It's a train beat. It's a train wreck. Like, it didn't just happen overnight for me to start that. I remember like one of the first times I played a blues jam and they played it. It's also called a two-step. And so someone had played it and I was like, I don't know what to do, and I freaked out. But then if you just start with your kick pedal, just start keeping your kick pedal super consistent. Make sure you can do that. Then add your left hand, right? Then add your right hand. So you're 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
Talia, can you try it slower than that? Just because I think that with the train beat, at least for me, most of the time you hear the train beat, it's a faster song. And so like to take the time to just go slow with it, I think a lot of people skip over that. So try to go slow. I know it's hard to play the train beat slow, but play it slow so we can try to play along.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now I'm counting it different. 1 and 4 See, slow, I'm having a hard time doing my right hand. I'm like, what do I do? But yeah, just like try with any of the songs. I'm going to go back to that first one. Let's drum to it again. It's Don't Call Me Mama, the name of the song. Or My Name Can't Be Mama. train beat for over 3 minutes. That was amazing. Cool. So with anything, we can't say this enough at Rock Camp. The more you play, the easier it is. The more you practice this, the easier it is. So I shared these links to these songs on the YouTube, so you could keep practicing them, right? If you practice these songs once a week, you're gonna get better. If you practice it once a day, you're gonna get better. Should we move on to what I call the Motown beat? How was that one? Anyone feel good, bad, hard? Shell liked it? You want to talk about it, Shell? Yeah.
I just like the groove. I do better on songs that I really groove to. So it felt natural.
Well, you're going to notice that some styles of music you just prefer playing drums to. Like, I personally have a really hard time playing and practicing to slow songs. And that's probably like the thing that I should do, but I don't ever do it because I'm like, it's boring. But, for me, when I'm like, okay, I know I need to be better at slow songs, I should practice them. I should find the ones I dig. So, yeah, let's do this is Shay Diamond, I Am in America. And remember, this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2. Organist, 1, 2, 3. For me, it's easier if I'm going to start with one thing. On this one, you start with your snare hand, right? Get that snare consistent on every beat. And then when you're ready, just try adding one kick if you want. So we're going to play it. You can feel it. Get back to my playlist. All right. So count. Confused. Start with just your left hand. Just start hitting because you can hear that snare really good in the song. So if I were to just start that 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. See, I just started adding my kick on the 1. That's the most natural one, right? So you can just start there too. So it's it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. So you can do 4 and 1. You can just do 1. You can do 4, 1. You could just do and 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 1. I didn't do it. And 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. So let's try that. Crystal clear. Hitting the 1, 2, 3, 4 too. Keeping it nice and simple that these are going to be nice and solid And the most complicated thing is the kick pedal, right? And actually, when I play it the full way through, I'm doing the and after 3. So it would be 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh, it's hard to do it slow. But I'm doing 3. So I'm doing and 4 and 1. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3.
Hey, Talia.
Yep.
One thing when I was learning this beat, it really messed me up because every beat I learned before this, my kick was always on the 1. Like I always started with a kick, right? Like kick on 1. The difference with this beat is your kick is not on the 1. It's the best way I feel like to start out trying this is doing your kicks on the and. So you're with your left hand, you're just doing 1, 2, 3, 4 on your snare, right? And then your right foot is doing the and. So I'm gonna go really slow and just try 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and snare, kick, snare, kick, snare, kick, snare, kick, snare, kick, over and over like that. Gets pretty boring. You're like, okay, I can do this. But what you're doing is you're training your right hand to start. You're training this to be on the 1 and 2 and 3 and if you played the beat that way the whole time, just where your kicks are on the ands, you're going to get that feel. And then what the difference of what Talia's doing is it's not always on the and. Sometimes it's on the like the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, right? You skip an and. So you can get to where you skip the ands with your kick with your right foot, but just to start it out super slow, right? You're starting with your left hand, which is weird. You're starting with your snare, that's weird. So snare, kick, snare, kick, snare, kick, snare, kick. So work on that. Work on stuff where you have to start with your left hand instead of your right hand, with your right foot instead of your left foot. That's what this really does, is it messes with your whole brain. So take it slow.
Yeah, let's try playing to the song doing it that way.
Yeah, just snare kick, snare kick, snare kick, snare kick.
Snare kick. All right, here we go. So for me, that actually made it harder, but that's probably because I'm so used to playing it the other way. But think of it as a reverse train beat, right? It kind of is the same as a reverse train beat. Instead of your kick leading the charge, it is your left hand on the snare that's going to lead the charge. So it's similar to it's right? So it's basically just switching around the train beat. But also too, you can, like I said, just do it 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. You can do it right on the 1 too, you know. But I do like Hillary's idea of doing it on the and, so maybe start with an and 1. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. 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 And something too, I don't know if y'all feel comfortable, when you're using your right foot, you should never be lifting your knee above, right? Your knee shouldn't have to do work. You should just be able to, I don't know if I can get this any closer to my foot, I don't think so. But you should just be able to like basically just do this with your foot. Bop, bop, right? Bop, bop. It's very just small movements. So never feel like you have to stomp those kick pedals because it does the work for it, right? Cool. I think y'all are doing great. And the reason why I picked these beats is because they are hard. They are going to take time. And that's the purpose, is to keep you excited. You know, anytime you plateau on an instrument, learn something new. That's the best way to get better. All right, let's do Turntables by Janelle Monáe. And this is the one where we do the builds. So we go, right? Do a big build. It's really fun to practice. And then this is the other one if you feel comfortable in playing cross stick, right? And notice the way, wherever I change it, the sound is going to change. So find the best possible sound that you get. And I am just holding it very lightly, kind of, just holding it like this, right? And I'm not getting my fingers underneath it, like, because I don't want to pinch myself. You never want to get your fingers in between the stick and the metal part of your drum. It hurts. It's horrible. But yeah. And see there, I'm not even having to lift my hand off the stick. My hand is resting on my snare, and it is just lifting up. But if that feels too hard to do, just play the beat like this. All right, we're going to start this one. The table got to turn. The table got to turn. The table got to turn. Yeah. I've been flipping through my timeline, trying to get my mind right. My city cried out. I got to cool down, but I'm on the push. Look at where my Chris go. Look at where my fist go. A renegade when I'm in a rage. I got to cool down, but I'm on the push. I keep my hands dirty. So that made me think of something. So you can hear it. You can just play the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. You can totally do that all day to this song. Don't worry about the extra kick pedals or the extra things. When you do feel comfortable, though, it is fun to do little like. Like, just try adding an extra accent somewhere. Wherever, just try it. And again, if you mess up, great. That means you're trying something. I'm clean, got a new agenda, with a new dream. I'm kicking out the oranges. Liberation, elevation, education. America, you a lie. But the whole world about to testify. I said the whole world about to testify. In the tables, right, build it there. Tables about to turn. fun to mess around with. So some of the times when I'm getting big, I'm going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and doing all 3 of these limbs. And if I want to get real crazy, I'm using my left foot too. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But then for that last one, since it's double time, it's a long time to be doing that the entire time. So I'll do the 1 and 2 and 3 and with my right hand and my left hand, but this is going to go more to a 2 and a 4. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So it's just different ways to build the beat. Any questions on building or, like dynamics on the drums? Anything like that? Oops. All right, well, we're just about out of time for today. And I'm wondering if y'all have any questions before we say goodbye for our final Zoom. Any questions or anything about your song, anything like that?
I know now that we recorded like our song once, I know Rashawn said it to you, but we it makes me definitely want to incorporate a lot more interesting beats, because I'm like, oh, I think it sounds so cool, but it's kind of flat, like it doesn't change very much. So it's exciting to get into that part of it where I can hear it and I'm like, oh, what I think is this like epic thing. I'm like, all right, cool. I need to build on that. So
Nice.
It's definitely exciting. This has been great though. I appreciate y'all. I thought I would be driving to Colorado, which is why I was late. So sorry about that.
Oh, no worries. We're glad you made it.
Love
So
you
another
guys.
thing too. Oh, I was just gonna say another thing too is say you're playing your beat on your hi-hat, right? Do not forget about your trusty ride cymbal, that big cymbal to your right. You can play the same exact beat over there, and just changing that sound dynamic is huge. So, I mean, typically people will play their hi-hat on a verse and then go over to their ride on a chorus. Or maybe you'll go to your ride at the end of the entire song, the verses and the chorus, because you're building. So definitely think, all right, do I want my first verse and second verse to be a little more quiet, a little more subdued? Do we want to build it? Do we want to come out the gate swinging and then bring it back down and then swing again? So there's certain things to think about because that's what makes it less boring. That's what makes it be like, oh, this is dynamics. This is cool. And I thought your song was great. I'm really excited for it. And just keep playing it and then try little things. Every time you play your song through, just try something different just to see. And if it works, try it again. If it doesn't, don't even think about it, right? Move on and just go back to what you know. Cool. I'm super proud of you all. Don't forget that there are drum lessons on YouTube. Rock Camp is not the only way to learn. You can always look up lessons, how to learn certain songs. There's people that do the 3 camera views and it's really awesome. There's tons of free resources out there. And then if you are looking to get, one-on-one virtual classes, reach out to Salt City Drums. These guys are a local drum company. They are not like big box music store. And they're awesome. Just tell them Rock Camp sent you and they can put you in touch with a one-on-one teacher. So thanks for joining us today, y'all. Good drumming.
Thank you all. Take care.